I have asked for help with the hacking a long time, and I'm sick of this. Nobody should be subjected to this type of treatment or exposure while being abused and accused like they're in the wrong. I have done everything in my power to report this, including contacting the FBI. And it's not acceptable. This has been happening for a long time, multiple different locations. These are just some of the emails I wrote reporting stuff, censored to be less abusive to anybody who decides to view this. But the abuses that have been perpetrated against me throughout this terrorism campaign, call it what it is, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish on Hitler himself. Just saying, like, the worst evil I can think of. It, it's not okay to turn somebody's technology into torture devices against them and paralyze them with fear from long-term exposure to atrocities, as well as just overall hopelessness and helplessness. Before this was done to me, I was a lot more independent. Was really getting my life more so together, trying to go back to school for cybersecurity, and I was doing herbal medicine in my pastime. And I pretty much was groomed to believe that a Department of Defense application I put in was to help secure the cyber sector. Which, little did I know that the corruption that actually reached that level of heights of authority. And yeah, this is, what I'm showing you has been everything from injections into my browser. It's been things I've came across while looking up information through my network logs. So this one, for example, was I looked up an IP address, and then I noticed the top website on the server of that IP address, which I believe was Cloudflare server, was a website that I decided to check out to see a little bit, investigate it, and then it was all in a foreign language. So I translated it, and when I translated it, it had some pretty disturbing link names, so I'm assuming it went to something else. I wasn't going to click on it. As soon as I found it, I contacted the abuse reporting email, and like I said, I've tried to contact the authorities about this. They don't seem to care. The local authorities claimed a jurisdictional issue, and getting a response from anything higher than local, like, good luck. So I've done everything in my power to try to address this, and this isn't even really getting into the abuse that has been perpetrated against me inside of psychiatric institutions. I would have never really thought anything like this could happen in America, but political abuse of psychiatry is very real, and gang stalking is very real. And I have had people outright tell me who participated in it, oh yeah, my friends drive around, screwing with people wearing, such and such get up, stare at the people that they're targeting to screw with them, and do this in a group effort. So it's real. It's happening. And this goes back to the brown shirts. This is some deep, dark corruption stuff that shouldn't be happening. And this is one of the more concerning ones. But I have a problem with this. And somebody has to be willing to help. Somebody has to have a moral compass that isn't going to be swayed from coercive persuasion, being terrorized. Somebody has to be having enough guts to take this on, because what I'm saying, they've driven suicide with documented methods. Gaslighting alone is documented to cause mental breakdowns and suicide in extreme situations. And then if you compound terror on top of that, where people are being harassed, stalked, griefed, bullied, hacked like this, to traumatized. They have done this intentionally and systematically. And so the big fear seed planted would be, they're saying if I sought help, then basically I'm responsible for what they're doing. And that can't be true. But the way the law works with possession of something, for example, somebody said a cached file is enough to get a possession charge. Well, if that's not because of my activity, you'd see why that would be so terrifying. It is. And so when I've tried to contact local, like I said, they claimed a jurisdictional issue because I found the Department of Defense IP inside my internal network, and when my device is starting up to a network, whether I'm changing some network settings and reconnecting, then or if I'm just starting on my device, it's connecting to this Department of Defense network information server. And that can't be a good thing, because that makes it seem like it's the authorities who are distributing this stuff, in my opinion. That's what I believe. And I've been outright told it's intended to terrorize, traumatize, and these people laugh about the perception engineering aspect, where they're using media and information control to more than likely discredit the victims of this, because they have far out claims due to the information they're given. So, for example, that burn on my head, I was led to believe the technology exists that could do that through frequency weapons, but at the same time, I am well aware what stress headaches are. But I don't know a stress headache that's going to cause a burn to the skin or put you on the ground crippled, screaming in agony like that did. So me saying, oh, technology, blah, 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 sounds like the typical schizo rant, which made me believe that the 70% of people diagnosed schizophrenic who are claiming they're being hacked, they would know better than anybody else. They would know if they're having an unusual digital experience. I certainly did.